watching Dare to Dream. And with my favorite coach, Coach Lynn.
Higher, no higher, Daddy.
Okay. I'm doing the best that I can.
It's okay, Daddy. I know you'll get it.
Thanks, darling.
It's time for dinner.
Okay, honey. We'll be right there after we finish our tea. We should finish, baby. Oh, sorry. May I be excused?
Welcome, my friends, to another exciting episode of Dare to Dream, a father's guide to success. I'm your host, Coach Lynn. Oh, we got a great show for you today as we head out to the beautiful island of Dominican Republic on a medical mission like no other. Also on the show, we're going to introduce you to the leading program that provides scholarships for our youth studying the sea, and more, much more. So sit back, get your pads and pencils ready, and let's begin this journey. The Dare is on, right now.
Thank you for choosing All the Tastes of New York. In New York City, restaurants rise and fall every day. Trends come and go. It is impossible to keep your finger on the pulse. With a culinary landscape that is rivaled by no other, every culture is represented here. What if there was a way that would allow you to experience a vast array of cuisines that is all within reach, but finding the time keeps them just out of grasp? Well, at All the Tastes of New York, that's what we're here for. We offer your guests a tasting menu that is enjoyed at different restaurants, all located within a comfortable walking distance of each other. Meet for appetizers, then entree, and later for dessert. Absorb the fabric of the neighborhood as we make our way to each of your chosen venues. We create experiences for anyone interested in hosting an event, from corporate mixers to girls' night out, bachelor parties to old friends getting together. Simply let us know which neighborhood you would like to dine in and leave the rest up to us. At All the Tastes of New York, we'll create an experience like no other for you and your guests that will propel dining from ordinary to extraordinary.
Thank you, All the Tastes of New York!
You can be a hero by being prepared for an emergency. First, make a plan. Call a family meeting to plan for things like how to connect with loved ones after an emergency or your escape route.
I am not fast.
Build a kit. When disaster strikes, it's important to have enough supplies to last 3 days. And don't forget the batteries.
Low battery.
Visit ready.gov/kids for more preparedness tips.
Stephen Lynn with me. He is the founder and CEO of Deeds Driven Dads, Fatherhood, and, well, emergency organization. I guess he can actually give me a better idea as to the actual name. But we're doing some response training here in Antigua this weekend. Stephen, good morning to you.
Morning.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So is it Deeds Driven Dads?
That's right, Deeds Driven Dads.
Okay, excellent. It's nice to have you here in Antigua and Barbuda.
Thank you.
I see emergency response training taking place here in Antigua and Barbuda, but what is Deeds Driven Dads? Why? Who? And why did this come about?
Well, Deeds Driven Dads is an international fatherhood training program and advocacy group. We do all things dad. We're there to challenge fathers, encourage them, empower them, train them, motivate them to take care of their families, to be a responsible father in all ways for life. Because sad to say, I know you've seen and reported it even on the earlier segment, we have some problems in the community, some social ills that have a constant variable, if you will. And that's the father's not involved in the house. Lots of children, not very few fathers that are involved in their life on a day-to-day operations, whether they're with the mother or not. So that's what we do. We come in and bind those ties, if you will, mend those fences, training the fathers, encouraging them, all from a father's point of view. And the emergency response training was a arm of that, a training program that we have out of the many, because we knew that when storm season comes, and it comes every year,
Yes.
we need to be the first responders. We cannot rely or wait for SEDEMA or the other agencies to come afterwards. The storm has already passed. What do we do before the storm? What do we do while the storm is here? Who do we look to for leadership? And so the Fatherhood program was a natural fit. This is what we do. But we just needed the training in it. We needed to know CPR. We needed to know how to swim. We needed to not be afraid of that water.
Yes, yes.
You know, we needed to know the evacuation route way in advance. We needed to know what the relief effort would be like when we send the barrels of life. How do we distribute them? So that's what we're doing with the emergency response training.
And these are things that we actually take for granted. But before we
Right.
actually go into the emergency response training, this organization, was it something close to your heart? Was it because of a personal situation? Because, I mean, you don't find many men just jumping out there and saying, okay, we're going to do some sort of non-governmental organization where we're going to focus on fathers. So obviously you saw that there was a need and you needed to fill that void. Tell me about that.
Well, it started many years ago when me as a single father, my firstborn, I was like many of the fathers that we service, I was not mature. I didn't take it seriously. I did not prioritize my son. And like many of the fathers that we talked to, my life was going the wrong way. And then I was blessed to have my daughter by myself. It was a decision we made, and that woke me up, not only to what the responsibilities are on a day-to-day basis, no more excuses, but also that there was no real programs for fathers. Lots of fathers since the beginning of man, but who really talks to us? Who really helps us? Lots of people assume we know what to do, but particularly if you've never had a father before or a father figure, you don't really know what to emulate. You don't know what to model yourself after. You don't know the sacrifice that it takes and the patience, the commitment, the unconditional love. So that's where we step in those shoes. And it's been very successful, as we said, all over the world at this point, because the fathers want that, particularly those who they might be on the fence, if you will, supposedly the black sheep, but maybe because they never had anybody talk to them or show them. And what we found over the many years we've been doing that, our success rate is phenomenal, because once we pull our team together, our fatherhood team, they never leave us, and they love it because you get so much discipline and love, and that's what we need. And that's the only way. Your family is the only thing that matters. You know that.
Yes.
The only thing that lasts. Yeah. Not your money, not your house, not all these other things that you put it. That's the only thing, particularly in those last few moments.
Yes.
The only thing you want to reach out and touch, particularly your children, your blood. So that's what we're working with the fathers with.
Have you had any difficulty, though, in terms of, when I think of fatherhood, I think of men, I think of masculinity, and I'm thinking, okay, did you have any obstacles where you were trying to coerce or get fathers into the organization, and they were like, well, no, I'm a man, I know how to handle my stories?
Of course.
Was
like
that an
any
issue?
team, Coach Lynn comes from years of football coach, American football. That's what I did.
Yes.
So, and building a team, oftentimes you get people that get on there that think they can play. Oh, I'm the star. Same thing with the fathers. I know what I'm doing. Do you really? You know, are you really there on a 24-hour, 7 days, your whole life basis? If you are, and there are many that are, we need you to come and help me coach this team. You're not done yet.
Yes.
See, part of being a responsible father is being a father to more than just yours, your community, your children's friends. Those are all your children too. You got to know all of them the same way. So there's always something to learn. Anybody who thinks they know everything is truly a fool. You know, we heard that when we were young.
We heard that.
And it's truly
in more ways than one.
Absolutely.
So before we run out of time, let's talk about
Sure.
the response training. What's happening? How can we be a part of it? And what do we need to do? Is there a registration process, or do we just show up?
Well, we've been registering now almost for a month now.
Okay, excellent.
But we're going to meet tomorrow at the university, Antigua University of Medicine.
Okay, so the AUA.
At 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I believe we're going to go to Fort James because Jabberwock is in such a disarray at this
Some
point.
stress.
And so we have transportation there. We're asking any fathers, father figures, if you're serious about this, join us tomorrow at 8 o'clock at the university. We have the uniforms, all the great things for you. And we're going to take a day of going to the beach, and you're going to learn how to be a first responder. And from that moment on, your community is going to look to you in times of need, when there's chaos all about. You're going to be the one to know what to do and save lives. And
This
that's
is
what
an
we have to have.
excellent initiative.
Thank you.
It's an
Thank you.
excellent initiative.
Thank you.
So really the onus is upon us to show up. Well, register, show up. Is there a cost for registration?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So another effort today beside football, there's no cost. It's free.
That's right.
Just show up.
That's right.
So 8 a.m. at the AUA.
That's right.
And the session will actually take what? Maybe most of the day?
Most
or?
of the day. We'll probably be done around 2. We're going to do the
Okay.
first responders training, as well as we have CPR. Those who participate, you're going to now learn the basics of CPR. You got to know that. As well as we have fathers got to learn how to cook. That's part of our big play. So
I thought that was just natural. though.
Absolutely.
I thought that just came with
it does,
the
but you have to
portfolio.
practice. So we're going to do a big grill and show them how to cook for the masses. It's one thing to cook for your family. It's another thing when you have to cook for many. So we're going to have a little demonstration, as we do in all our fatherhood trainings. We're going to cook something.
This is something that we take for granted, something, we figure that we know, but we really don't. So
That's right.
when we're exposed to training and then we realize, listen, I didn't know it could have been done this way, and
That's
I didn't
right.
know we could benefit from it that way.
That's right.
So again, excellent initiative.
Thank you.
So is it just tomorrow?
The emergency response training is tomorrow, the first one.
Yes.
Of course, now we're going to have them on a quarterly basis.
Okay, excellent.
We're no longer going to wait till the last minute. We're going to be having set times where we do the updates, if you will, as well as there's other things that need to be trained, communications, when sites are abandoned or something is dangerous, how do you rope it off? What do we do after the storm? Where do you go? How do you clean up your house? All those types of things. How do you rebuild your house? We're going to take it into another level. 'Cause
What's the
we're here for a
response
little while.
been like so far?
It's been fantastic.
Excellent.
We just finished one in Haiti, and it was incredible. 25 went through the first program. 200 signed up that night. 200. So we're getting calls from everywhere. Montserrat, Grenada, you name it. They're all looking for this.
It's necessary.
And Barbuda, too. We're looking. I believe we're going to go over there next.
Okay.
That's what we're planning now. Let's go over to the island.
Do you have a Facebook page? Do you have a contact?
Stephen Lynn, of course, they'll be able to see it through the station. deedsdrivendad.com. But of course, they can Facebook me, Stephen Lynn, Stevan. That is where we do all the things fatherhood on my Facebook, and it's our port, if you will, our communications.
Oh, thank you so much, Stephen.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.
I hope you get great support
Thank you.
and a great response tomorrow.
Thank you.
And it's absolutely necessary. Again, fantastic initiative.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Ready or not, here I come.
Take time to be a dad today.
Daddy, I'm gonna find you.
Welcome everyone to Ascension Mission to Guaymate. We are here to provide support to the community We go out every day doing home visits. We visit the people, we assess the situation. We also register the people from the community for the medical clinic that we do on Friday and Saturday.
I saw people that don't have anything, but yet they seem extremely happy. They don't seem to be worried. Other than health issues, they don't seem to be worried about anything.
Estamos aquí en La Romana.
We are here in La Romana to bring help to our brothers. I praise God for everything I have. I thought that I was poor, but I now realize that I'm not poor and that there is people that need more than I.
Como dice el Señor, el servicio, ayudar.
As God said, in service, help the needy, help those in need.
Que yo le ayude. Es decir, nosotros estamos aquí.
We are here because God chose it. That's what God wanted. He wants us to serve Him through serving His people in need.
That mission we have, especially me, I had like 3 years in the mission. This is my 3rd year in the mission. And it's something special for me. We have clothes, we have medicine today, and we have a doctor come from United States. And we have doctor coming local. The doctor is provider, gynecologist, pediatric, medical, family medical, and the medicine they need it.
I'm looking forward to the medical clinic. We're opening it up on Friday, I think. We're going out today, door by door, letting people know that we're here. We're in the city, we came to help out, and it should be exciting.
Hay gente que uno llega que no tienen nada.
There is people that we visit that do not have anything. I often think, how do they live? How do they eat? But by the grace of God, that is most important. Also, they hope that those that visit them bring them something like hope, something that they think that they don't have, but they have everything spiritually. When we get there to their homes, they give of themselves.
The first couple of days we're going to try to tell everyone we're here, bring them, and then start helping them the last days. They're not as fortunate as us in the U.S. and it's a country that's pretty poor, and they don't always have the medical attention they need. So we're here to help that.
La misión para mí es algo espiritual.
The mission for me is something spiritual.
De compasión,
it's compassion, it's service, it's love, it's giving. That's what it means to me.
Es una misión misionera, una misión humanitaria.
The mission is a humanitarian mission, a Christian mission, to see what are the main necessities of this community, to see how we could help remedy their situation.
Ayudar a mejorar la situación,
especially spiritually, personal, financial in this community.
I'm working in a place to organize the medicines and organize what we are going to do with a medical clinic, which is on Friday and Saturday. We are organizing what we are going to do, such as the medicine as well as the gifts that we are giving. We are putting them in bags so that when we go to visits, like Guaymate, give them what they need.
We came to service them, but in turn, I think that we are the ones that are being rewarded with this experience.
This is a joint effort. People coming from many different areas coming together as one to do whatever we can to help in this community of Guaymate.
They say it takes a village to raise a child, but the world will one day need the leadership of that child. The time you spend with your child matters. It stimulates their minds and shapes the way they act. Talk with your children. Help them to better understand the world around them and to value what is truly precious. Above all, the most valuable gift you can give them is love. Play, talk, teach, love. Take the time. It makes all the difference. A message from the Parenting Helpline and Ad Council Jamaica.
There is also a very attractive extended warranty option that includes free service and parts for the next 5 years. But there's no need for you to get that. You failed to get the test you needed at the doctor that would have detected disease early enough where it could have been treated. So you won't be around in 2 years to see him grow up, which means the warranty would be useless. Okay, sign here, please.
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.
Curdy, Senior Director at Beneath the Sea Incorporated. Today we welcome you to our 10th annual Marine Careers Program for high school and college students. In 2008, we introduced the first Marine Careers Program for high school and college students, which was targeted towards juniors and seniors in high school, undergraduate level students and graduate level students, young people, the next generation, to help them understand the different types of marine careers that are available. Let me tell you about the exhibitors that we have at this Marine Careers Program. This year we had about 30 exhibitors, and there are various types of exhibitors. We have colleges and universities who offer programs in the marine field and the maritime field, such as managing marine fisheries, scuba diving instructors, U.S. Navy and U.S. Coast Guard personnel, dive medics, marine mammals specialists, and many, many other career options. Attendees can visit each exhibitor table, ask questions, and learn from those exhibitors. Now let me tell you about the Women Divers Hall of Fame. It is a wonderful organization that honors women who had a major presence at our Marine Careers Program. They participate in the Marine Careers Program, and they want to educate our youth who will now take on the responsibility of our oceans of the future. So again, I'm Rosemary Curdy, Senior Director at Beneath the Sea, and we hope to see all of you at the Beneath the Sea show next year in March.
For more info, go to OperationGraduation.com.
The smallest moments.
can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Play your part in the circle of life. Take time to be a dad today. Visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Watching Dare to Dream with Coach Lynn.
Hey, how's it going?
Sir, are you okay?
What? Oh, this? It's probably nothing. I'm sure it'll go away.
Go away? But sir, that can't be good.
No, it's cool, really.
Do you want a napkin or something?
Everything's fine. Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this, so why ignore the signs of a stroke? At the first warning signs, call 911 immediately, because time lost is brain lost.
Dad's home!
Yeah. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
All right, guys, we gotta be smarter about what we bite on, okay? I want everyone to go outside. We're gonna run Red Rover on 3.
What about you, Tony?
I'm gonna run around in circles, flap my arms, and make engine noises like this.
When it comes to playing, we kids are the pros.
We're eating right, too.
We fuel up to play 60.
Your school doesn't have a program? Be a leader. Start one.
Click today and join the movement.
Best educational program.
I need to see who's real about this.
Well, my friends, that's it for another exciting episode of Dare to Dream. I hope you enjoyed that one. I'm your host, Coach Lynn, urging you to love your kids, hug them, kiss them 1,000 times. And don't forget, I dare you, ooh, I double dare you to start dreaming. God bless.